comes to a narcissistic person, the things that tend to hurt them the most gives genuine people pleasure. And the things that give genuine people pleasure often gives a narcissistic person pain. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things narcissism, and this video is going to be about what things hurt a narcissistic person the most. And one of the first things that hurts a narcissistic person that you may have noticed is when somebody else gets praise or recognition in front of them. With genuine people, yes, you might have that pang of jealousy, yet you can still be pleased for the other person and think, wow, wonder how I can achieve that for me, and still be pleased for the other person. With a narcissistic person, they're incredibly envious of other people. So if someone gets praise or admiration or recognition in front of the narcissist often feels very criticised by this and offended by this and seeks to pull down the other person's achievement or take the credit for the other person's achievement. Well, if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have been able to do this. Or they will fail to listen. They will bring the conversation back onto themselves and how they've done something far better, or how the person got a helping hand, how the person sucked up to somebody to achieve that, because they can't be bothered to recognise the hard work that somebody else has put in. And some narcissistic people will use somebody else's success to advantage themselves. Oh, well, now they've done that, they can do this for me, they can help me out more, because they're all about me, myself and I, and how they can have everything their own way. With a narcissistic person, other people's happiness hurts them, crushes them, criticises them. This is often why you will notice when everybody else is happy, a narcissist starts sulking and bringing everybody else down. And once they've brought everybody else down, the narcissist is then happy that everybody else is miserable. So the narcissist becomes happy again and blames everything on you and asks what your problem is, to make you feel bad. Narcissistic people go all out to ruin special occasions, because if it's not about them, they're not interested. However, they don't want to see somebody else being happy. That causes them pain. They are incredibly envious, self-entitled people. The only time a narcissistic person is going to be happy with another person's happiness is if the narcissist is the root cause of that happiness. So if they're love bombing the new supply, if they're love bombing their children and the children are happy, this makes the narcissist feel superior and special and in control. Another thing that hurts a narcissistic person is another person's success. They don't see why somebody else should be successful in any way, shape or form. They don't believe that anyone else has to go through any form of hard work or any pain or any suffering. They believe that people just got a helping hand, and if at all possible, they'll try and take the credit for somebody else's success. Or they'll go all out to sabotage people so people can't be successful. Narcissistic parents, especially with their children, will put obstacles in the way to stop their children from making something out of their lives. Whereas a genuine person wants to see their child happy, wants to see their child do well, wants to see their child succeed and create a life for themselves. Narcissistic parents want to hold their children back. They don't want their children doing any better than they did. They want their children doing worse, unless the narcissistic parent can benefit from the children doing well, or claim that their children got their brains from them, their children got their looks from them. Or if it's something that the narcissist is passionate about. So if a narcissist is passionate about painting and their child likes to paint, they might encourage that, to claim that, look at how amazing my child is. It's all down to me and my help and my support. Yet if a narcissistic parent isn't into painting, they're going to mock it and criticise it and judge it and ruin it and hide it and go all out to sabotage it, because they can't stand other people's success. They can't stand other people's happiness. Another thing a narcissistic person hates is when people give them constructive feedback. Narcissistic people believe They're arrogant enough not to recognise their own inadequacies, so they believe that they are superior to everybody else. So even if you offer them some form of constructive advice to help them, this can be down to the fact that purely they come along and sort of sabotage you by pretending to be helpful. And then when things go wrong for you, they turn around and say, I was only trying to help. So when you try to help them, they might question your motives due to their motives. And when they've had time to think about it and think, oh, actually that's a good idea, and go ahead and do it, and then they come at you like it was their idea. And if you say, yeah, I told you, no, you didn't, you never said that. Oh, here we go, always having to take the credit. The accusations, what they fire at you, what they accuse you of, is usually exactly the very things they're thinking or that they're doing to you. So they hate any form of criticism. Most people hate criticism when it's a dig, when it's pulling you down. However, narcissistic people hate constructive criticism. You're trying to be supportive. Abandonment. Not many people like being abandoned. It's not the most pleasurable things in life. Same as rejection. Not many people like being rejected. However, with a narcissistic person, they take this personally and they seek to attack you. With a narcissistic person, they often go all out to isolate you so that you can't abandon them. With a genuine person, you usually go all out to encourage and support and help somebody. And then when you're dealing with a narcissist, you encourage, support and help them. And then they up and leave you. And you can feel hurt, you can feel anger, you can feel resentment that you got duped by them. You can want to seek revenge on them. Natural to go through that stage. However, empathy usually stops you from taking it too far. With a narcissist, they tend to lack empathy, so they will go all out to punish you. Or they'll go all out to reel you back in. Breakups are never easy, whether you are a narcissistic person or not. However, a narcissistic person is looking to manipulate the situation to their advantage. Exposure. We can all have things that we've done that perhaps we're not proud of, that we don't particularly want other people knowing. With a narcissistic person, they fear exposure to the extent where they will go all out to smear your name and accuse you of doing what they did to you, claiming you did it to them so that they can gain enablers and flying monkeys to take their side. And they're often love bombing the enablers and flying monkeys and earning their trust. So the enablers and flying monkeys believe the narcissist's words over you because they don't know you. It's only later down the line when they get in too deep with a narcissist that they realise the narcissist's capabilities. When it comes to dealing with narcissistic people, the best way is just don't. They're not going to see it. They don't want to see it. They're not interested. They're interested in having everything their own way. They can go and work on that behaviour. However, it'd be a daily process. And then usually they're not going to be the person you met because they sold you an illusion of what you would like to hear to get you where they wanted you. So even if they do work on themselves, they're not going to be the person that you met. When it comes to narcissistic people, no contact is always your best approach. If not, it's limited contact and grey rock. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.